Do you think there's anybody who has a podcast where they just Facetune their face the entire time? Like I know you can have like a face.
You can definitely edit your videos like that, like Instagram stories.
Right.
Actually, you can. I know that there's a filter where you can film YouTube videos, and there's like a filter on you, but I don't know what it is.
But like,
I know a YouTuber that does it, and I'm not about to drop a name.
But does it ever like glitch?
Really?
Like if you like turn your head or something, it like didn't catch your face in that moment, and everyone just sees your face just shrink up a bit.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of freaky.
Well, aren't in the Kardashians when they do their confessionals, it's all like tuned and airbrushed already.
Yeah,
it's definitely like some filter that's like.
That's bizarre.
You're already perfect looking.
But we have no filter on here. But this isn't unfiltered.
This is.
This is filtered.
This is Hoot and a Half.
Hoo.
Oh yeah.
You want to come in and say hi?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, come on in.
Zane's
Zane's
so
here.
Great.
Hey.
So
Zane
great.
and
Zane.
Carly.
Wow.
Hi,
come on.
Zane.
It's like old times.
Oh my God, he's literally gonna break my legs. Ow! I mean, ow.
Hey guys.
Hey, Zane.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm very good. Nice seeing you around town.
How's your hangover?
I'm pretty bad.
I can tell. It's really gross.
Can you smell it?
Yes.
What did you drink last night?
I drank
Give him the mic.
margaritas. I drank a lot of margaritas, and I drank a lot of that mezcal azul.
Oh yeah, neither do I.
I look like the girl from Powerpuff, or the lady from Powerpuff Girls, where like you see the whole body except for the face. That's what I look like. It's like you guys so much. You have a great episode.
Thank you, Zane. Enjoy
Zane.
Huntington.
Much love, Zane.
Easy on the mezcal.
Ew, it's so smoky. I hate mezcal. Ugh.
Yeah, it's like smoky whiskey.
It's disgusting. No, it's tequila, I think.
Oh yeah.
Isn't it?
Sorry, I'm thinking of smoked whiskey. Like when people like smoke their whiskey. Or they
People do that.
Or they smoke their whiskey
The
glass.
glass. You seen that before?
No.
They
I
like
don't
there's
know
like
if that's different.
there's like a piece of wood that they light, and then the smoke emits from the thing, and then they put the cup on the glass. Like they put the glass on the
sounds
smoke.
fancy.
These are the type of targeted ads we get as men. Like
Yeah.
they really want us as men to think that there's something soft about us, and that whiskey is going to be the thing that like
Especially
burn some
smoky.
wood.
Yes, we need to
Yes.
light something on fire. We need to cut something out of nature.
a field guide to whiskey, like books, or like old school razor shave kits from
Yes.
like the 1920s. They want you to like straight blade shave and like create your own shaving cream in
Right.
your own bathroom. They think that like we as men want to do that.
Yeah, I just get like organic tampons. That's fine.
You buy organic tampons?
Sometimes, yeah.
What makes a tampon organic?
I honestly, all I really know is like the packaging is like biodegradable.
Okay.
And stuff. So I don't, and there's no scent. There's no perfume in the.
They scent tampons?
Yes, they do. Like most
Ooh.
of them. But you can also buy like Pearl, for example.
Okay.
Pearl's like a really big tampon brand. They'll be scented, but they also sell unscented.
Are tampons?
What's a tampon?
It's a feminine hygiene product. Mike.
Yeah, you just
I remember.
Is that the sound it makes?
it goes and then you go whoop. Wait,
It's like a bop it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, getting off
Anyways.
tampons.
Welcome back.
To Hoot and a Half, we have Carly and Incontro in the house.
And I'm wearing red.
Carly, it's so
Okay.
good to see you, and it's so great to like see you.
I know. I feel so weird.
We
I
haven't
was
seen
just
each other in a
telling-
long time.
I know. I don't know. I feel like nervous. I don't know if it's because I'm doing a podcast or I'm just around people. I mean, I've like been around people, but
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't been around you guys really in so long.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a couple times.
Do you have to like just now you're starting out just like little doses, then like instead of
Kind
like
of,
fully
yeah.
being out to
I
just
mean,
adjust?
Yeah, I was so used to just being gone all day and then coming home at like 2 a.m. and then just like getting ready in the morning and going and filming again. But I'm so used to like I'm like in bed at 8 p.m. and like I'm in love with it. But I feel like I have to get out of that because
Yeah, I feel like that's been happening lately when we're like have been like partying and like kind of drinking with friends. Where like our sleep schedule is like
Yeah.
not what it used to be.
yeah.
Because the weekends for our mind and body should feel like weekdays.
Yes.
Like we're not used to like, oh, this is the fun 2 days that you normally
Yeah.
have, and it's weird getting back in sync.
I know. It's really strange, but I'm like happy when we're all fully vaxxed, which is crazy. Too.
Wow.
Vaxxed and relaxed.
Vaxxed and relaxed.
Which vaccine did you
baby.
get?
Oh my god.
Same one as you, baby.
Is this boring? Do people not want to hear about vaccines?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I saw someone was talking about like what vaccine did you get as the new what's your sign, and it's just like,
Yeah.
okay, nobody cares. It doesn't matter. It's all the same.
I kind of care though. I don't know why. Not because I'm judging it. I'm just like so interested.
I like to say we got the limited edition version,
Yeah.
the Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah.
I like that one too.
The first good batch.
Yeah. Well,
Without-
they unpaused it though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So now we're good.
Yeah.
And
That's
we're
good.
all way, like, I'm a month out. You guys are probably like 2 months out.
Yeah,
So
a
we're
little. I
good.
think about a month and a half.
Yeah. A
So I think
month
I
and
got
a
my-
half? Has it been that
It was
long? I feel like
March
it was
17th.
2 months ago.
March 17th was the day we got ours.
Wow.
Science.
Now ready to go.
Yeah.
Were you nervous about getting a shot? Do you like shots?
I recently hate needles for some reason, and I always feel like I'm gonna pass out, but it's all mental. I've never felt like I was gonna pass out my body wise, but like on the way there, I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna go into my body, and I don't know how I'm gonna react. But it was fine. Nolan actually, he's never had a panic attack in his life or anything like that, and he kind of had one right after he got the shot. Yeah, and so it was kind of scary for a couple minutes, but it was also like 90 degrees outside. And he had a sweatshirt and sweatpants, and he was like,
Probably didn't eat all day.
probably not. We went at like noon, and he usually doesn't eat breakfast, so.
Did they tell
Yeah.
you after you got the shot that you have to go into another parking lot and wait for 10 or 15 minutes?
Well, it wasn't a drive up. It was just like
Oh,
a
you
whole
did a walk
line.
up in.
Yeah, you had to walk in, and then there was like this caged area where you had to sit after for 15 minutes, and that's when he started freaking out, was in that area. But
Yeah, they made us go into a parking lot and they said, if you experience any side effects, honk your horn.
Oh, yeah.
But what I was more nervous about was being in the parking lot and just starting to hear somebody
Honk their
honking their
horn,
horn.
yeah.
Like that, like, oh
They're like,
no.
"What's happening? Who is
we
it?"
got a bad batch on this
Yeah.
side. But luckily that didn't happen. And now
Yeah.
we're all good.
it's
And
such
now
a weird 15 minutes because you're like, what am I looking out for?
Yeah.
This is everything right here.
Like, I think I'm fine.
I just
Yeah.
went on TikTok just to make sure the time passes really fast. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
you can spend 15 minutes on TikTok like
it's been
that.
3
And then it
hours.
goes
Yeah.
away.
So I ended
Yeah.
up staying in the parking lot for like 20 minutes.
For 3 hours watching
Yeah.
TikToks.
But you also have spent so much of quarantine with your boyfriend.
Yeah.
And now things are finally opening up. Your daily schedules of you guys going out is different. Has it been weird at all where you're like,
Kind
"Bye,
of. A little
I'm
bit.
going out and seeing people.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. So I don't know, I'm sure a lot of people know, but we met like, I'm trying not to say like as much also, so feel free to call me out if I'm saying
Like
it.
in just your words
Yes,
right now.
I hate, if I watch this back and I hear it, I'm going to turn it off because I'm going to hate how I sound.
I'm the same way. But like, no, I'm
It's
the
so
same way.
hard.
I'm trying to be way more conscious of it as
Yeah.
well.
I need a shock collar
For,
that
for
shocks
like
me, that Zane can shock it outside the door.
a
when you
like
say that.
spike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we met, a week before quarantine, the shut down, and then we just spent an entire year together.
I
Without
remember that.
anybody, really.
It was Carly met Nolan and I had met a girl too, like the day before,
Right.
and we were at David's old house and we were talking about, oh my god, this is so exciting. We're gonna have like
remember
new
that.
people, and she was really excited about Nolan. I was so happy. And then we were at David's house hanging out, and then I went here to your house. And then in that like 1 hour span is when the NBA canceled. Tom Hanks said he had it, and then we went back to David's house, and me and Carly were like,
What
the
do we
world
do?
literally just ended in the last 2 hours.
Yeah,
and we
it's
like
horrifying.
everything just changed in that 2 hours. But now she's still with Nolan, and it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
It somehow worked out. It's crazy.
And you have a cat as well.
Yeah, I
Franklin?
don't understand. Yeah, Mr. Frank. I love him.
He looks adorable.
Yeah, you guys should come see my house after this if you want.
Ooh, yeah, I'm
Do you
down.
want to?
Yes, and you bought a house.
Yeah, a lot has changed. Really, I'm a
So
new
much.
bitch.
What'd you just say?
I'm a new bitch.
That's gonna be the title
New
of the
cat,
episode.
new boyfriend, new house.
Carly and
New
Constantine is a
bitch.
new bitch.
Same anxieties though, so not really. It's fine.
How is the new place?
So good. It was so scary. So I lived in a condo that was rented, and in November they sent me a letter that basically said the owners are selling it, so you have to leave by January something. And this is in November, and of course I freaked out because I loved that place, and I guess I should try to buy something because I just don't want to keep spending money on rent or
Yes,
whatever.
but the rent to like a mortgage.
Yeah,
make it of
and-
use.
Yeah,
Make use of it.
Yeah. And for so long, I never wanted to buy a house. I'm so scared of houses because I'm scared of someone breaking in. And I feel like with a condo or apartment or wherever, it's so much harder to break in because there's so many different layers to get through.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, let's look at condos because that's what I already lived in. And it was the first place I looked at. And I saw a couple more places after that, but nowhere compared. So I just gave my offer that same day and they accepted it. I don't know, a couple days later. And it was very fast. But
Was it a complicated process? And I only ask you this
I know.
because like we are like kind of like inherently lazy people. We don't
Yeah.
like when things get too
I'm
complicated.
just like, I don't get it. I don't want to do it.
Like, yeah, there's so many documents. Things
Yeah.
are in escrow. They're not.
Yes, and I still can't even tell you what escrow really means.
Like,
but I still
what
did
is
it.
like a mortgage? What is the down payment?
Yes.
Where does the money go? Whose
I don't
money do I
understand.
have?
I don't know
Okay,
where my
as your
money
Jewish
is.
friend, let me explain this to you guys.
But did it go smoothly? Did you learn a lot?
Yeah, I actually did, and it went really smoothly. And everyone that was involved, there's a loan person, a lender, a real estate agent. They were all like, "Oh yeah, it'll get more complicated as we go, so just hold tight." So the whole time I was waiting for something to get really scary and complicated, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, especially if it's your first time buying, the real estate agent was so nice and like babied me through the whole thing. So,
Oh, fantastic.
yeah.
You weren't having to like look up YouTube videos like how to buy a house
How to
and just
pay a
take
mortgage.
notes. Because when Zane has been switching, between the houses that he's had in the past,
God,
every
I
time
can't
he's
even
been talking to
imagine.
his real estate agent, I have to just leave the room because it's just
Yeah.
too much for me to take in. And then I
Yeah.
just start like worrying for Zane if
Yeah.
he's like following all the right steps.
Well,
so
it's hard because there's so many different. They explain something, but then they also use language that you don't know in it. So I'm like, I don't have an answer still. I
So
don't
if you
really
get this
understand.
mortgage, the APR is going to be lower, and if you do this one, then you'll have a fixed rate, and
And I
you're
don't
just
know
like, I don't know
anything.
what a fixed rate. Oh yeah, exactly.
I'm just
yeah.
like, just tell me which one to do, and I'll do it. That's how I live my life. I'm like, I don't care. Just tell me.
Are you part of like a homeowners association? Are
I
you like
am.
an active
I feel like a real housewife now.
member of the neighborhood?
Yeah.
And you're
Well, it's
very
a
into-
condo, so it's everyone in that complex. There's only like 8 units, so there's not that many people.
Okay.
So,
And you're very into like the gossip of the building, right? You're on Nextdoor, one of those apps where you're just
Oh my God,
like,
I love Nextdoor. It's not people in my complex. I don't
Okay.
think that really use it, but just I love the drama on the Nextdoor app. It's so good. I mean, I will get high at night and just scroll it for an hour, and I'll find the best stuff. It's so funny. People
Any
are so
good-
sassy.
Any good stuff you've seen lately?
No, I used
No.
to post on my story. I don't know if you remember that, but I would find like the most ridiculous arguments and just post them on my Instagram story. 'Cause it's just like people just calling people out for the dumbest stuff.
Yeah.
But then their comments back are just so sassy.
and like passive aggressive people, just like, if you're gonna park diagonally, just know that you're a horrible person.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
about you just
yeah.
Google it, Diane?
yeah, no, for real. A lot of
Yeah.
it was that. I'm just like, oh my God, what are you doing on this app?
That's too funny. And then
Yeah.
you got me hooked on Citizen app, which has been like
Oh, yeah, I
an
did.
anxiety attack every 1 or 2 hours. Because like out here in LA, it's like living
Every
in
5
Grand Theft
seconds.
Auto. There
Yeah.
is like man brandishing knife at the corner less than a mile away from our house.
Yeah.
And,
I didn't know how many people brandish knives. Like seriously, probably every day there's somebody brandishing a knife around you.
Do you have the
don't-
alerts on still?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me like it bothers you. I'm more just
This
snoopy
sa-
about it. I'm like, ooh, what's going on?
The sound effects
Yes.
bother me because it's like or it's like
yeah. Do 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 do.
Like, or
They're all
it's-
different.
yes.
Oh, they have a different sound effect depending on what the crime being committed
Sometimes,
is.
yeah.
I mean, they
Uh-oh.
might as well be like a gun getting loaded.
No,
like
for
as
real,
one of them. It's just
for
like
real.
like you're like, what
I'm like,
is
what happened?
happening?
Who's around?
I had to Google what brandishing meant because
I
like
did
I
too at one
didn't
point.
It means like
understand.
showing, pulling out a knife.
So like yeah,
like
like
flashing
who's
the
at an
knife.
intersection just showing people a gun? Is that what you normally happens?
I have no idea. One time I was at Target, the one on Victory.
yeah.
I don't know if it's North Hollywood. Yeah, it's North Hollywood. And I was leaving and I got a citizen alert and it was like 200 feet away. And it's the parking lot and then there's like a whole playground. And I don't know if it's a school or like what it is. It was summer though and COVID, so like nobody was at school.
Right.
And it said somebody had a knife or something. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm right here. Should I go see like what it is? So I got in my car and I drove around and I saw the cops. I felt like I was on what's that cop show? The Bad Boys?
Cops?
Yeah, Cops. I felt like I was on Cops. No, but I was just watching it happen. I was like, that's so crazy. It was just alerting me on my phone and now I'm watching it.
And did you
But-
start a live stream?
No.
Because that's what people can do on the Citizen app is it gives you an option to stream it live from your phone
Which
so
is
people
Black
can
Mirror.
tune in and give them a visual about what's happening. Yes, very Black
It's
Mirror.
weird, yeah.
Like I know I saw a bunch of like fire trucks pulling up to a building and I thought, should I start streaming this? And then I was like, dude, are there popular people on Citizen app who like, yeah, I got 5,000 streams.
Yeah.
And do they get sponsors? Like, guys, this car accident is brought to you by Allstate. They
Yeah.
should have got Allstate. Like, it's very dark, but it's just bizarre. Like us tuning in and seeing what's happening live and
it
regarding
is.
the crime. You're fascinating.
People.
Is your new house haunted?
No, and thank God, because I genuinely was scared of that.
What year was it built?
I think in the 80s. So it's like kind of old, but not
Okay.
not ancient by any means.
Okay.
But it was before the earthquake retrofit code. So I know
It's
know,
at
I'm scared of
risk.
that. Well, they're retrofitting it now. It takes like 6 weeks.
How do you retrofit a home to be more cushioned for earthquakes?
They change out the beams. So my parking garage, the beams were really weak or something. I don't know. So they're
Oh.
replacing all the beams.
Do you have to move out for that? So wait,
No.
there's going to be at least one moment where the beams are
That's what I
taken
thought.
out.
No, that's what I thought, but they're already up.
Oh.
Like they're done
Do
with
they
that
do it like
part.
Indiana Jones style, where they like have the thing ready and they just go and they
I
switch
bet.
it?
Or
I
bet they
honestly
put,
think
like,
so.
A big fake one in.
Yeah, there's temporary ones for a
a
while.
temporary one that's like a big
Oh.
spring kind of, and then
Yeah.
you put in the new one, and then you remove. I'm trying to think like an engineer.
Yeah.
But did you ever ask, like, has anything happened in this house?
No.
Or were you like waiting as you were signing the papers, they were suddenly going to pull out the.
Oh, by the way, here's the death report from Mrs. Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no. Do they do that?
I
think
I
I
don't
have to
know.
tell you. I've talked about this on Unfiltered before, but I'm always like interested, like, where do you draw the line? If something has happened in your house that you'd be like, okay, I'll still buy it. Like if
Oh my
somebody
God.
died of old age who's lived in the home.
That's even scarier than a murder, I think.
Really?
Just like some old lady who just was in a rocking chair
I
and
can't. I just can't. Yes, that move right there. Yes.
Now, would you, if you were, on your deathbed, dying in your own home when you're old of age, would you be like, I can't do this to the person who will buy this house one day?
No, I don't care
take
who's
me,
after
you
me.
run outside
take
and
me
collapse
to the
in there.
hospital, like, because I don't want to haunt them. I'm just trying to. I really want the house to do well on the market.
No, I don't care about them.
Okay. What if something happened in the backyard?
I don't know. Honestly, the vibes of my home is very nice. So I just feel like nothing
Okay.
has happened. I feel like it's just if you feel something is off, then that's the problem.
Did you do a white sage or any like spiritual stuff before you moved in, or you just kind of put your stuff in?
didn't.
And
I just moved right in and
Put up
forgot about
mezuzah?
it. Oh, what?
Why not?
she's not Jewish. Why would you put up a mezuzah?
Well, I've moved into a house one time that had one from the former owner, and I kept it up.
Oh, I mean,
Is
I
that
wasn't
bad?
minded.
No, it's just funny how much you want to be a Jew.
I'm very Jewishly enthusiastic. I went to Greek Easter though last night. It was like the Holy Friday, and Tom Hanks was there.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And they put like Tom Hanks. They like wrapped him around in a like a type of like a
Robe?
shawl robe. It was like a big blanket kind of. And his wife, like Rita, had like was holding on to the, what do you call it, like the
tail?
hearse- the tail.
Oh,
of the
interesting.
thing, and he walked all the way around the church in it. It was very bizarre.
Oh,
I was like,
interesting.
he was up there at the altar, and I was looking. I'm like, is that Tom Hanks? But Trisha was like, yeah, he goes here.
Oh, is it a bigger church?
It's
Or
like
is
one
it-
of the
or a
top
synagogue?
Greek
Yeah.
Orthodox churches
Oh.
in LA, and I think he's one of like probably one of the top donors.
Oh my
as
god.
like the favorite
That's crazy. Just Tom
attendee.
Hanks.
I was just like, that's Tom Hanks.
It's very Los Angeles.
Didn't
thing to
expect that
happen.
last night.
Yeah.
I don't know if people do care, but I also think it's interesting. Well, because I love cats. I think
Yeah.
cats I think they're an easygoing animal to live with. I have dog anxiety. If I'm away from a dog, I'm worried and thinking about the dog, and the dog is worried thinking about me the entire
Yeah.
time. Cats, you can co-live with. They mind their own business. You mind yours, and you get to cuddle.
Yeah.
But I keep thinking about, now that the world's opening up and people are getting out of their houses, these poor dogs and animals are not going to see their owners anymore.
Yeah.
I know. It's scary. Well, that's why I wanted to get a cat because I was fostering. I was not a cat person. I feel like you guys know that I was like obsessed with dogs. I would scream if I saw a dog. Any dog, I was like, I want one so bad. But obviously I knew I just couldn't have one just because I was gone all the time. But I thought that I would foster a cat just to see. And then if I did fall in love with it and adopted it, it'd be fine when the world was normal again. And so, yeah, that's what happened. And he's just funny. Now it's so weird how your brain changes. Now I'm such a cat person. Like it sounds so stupid, but I love everyone's cats now. And I was never like that before.
Toxoplasma in you.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that. the
Oh,
other
no,
day.
that's some type of like I think it's called a microbe that like if you're around cats, it kind of gets in you and it makes you very emotionally attached to cats.
In general, they like inject you with like a cat.
It's this, yeah, it's
Potion?
not bad, but they also say like you shouldn't have like a baby and have a cat at the same time. Like, or
I
they
did
keep the cat away from the baby because they carry this like chemical.
Oh.
It's not too bad for you.
Sounds manipulative.
But
of
the more you get exposed to it, the more you want more cats, and like that's why the
And
cat lady
What?
phenomenon is like a real
That's
thing.
real?
I'm pretty sure it's
That's
Have you
really-
found yourself wanted-
toxoplasma.
Have you found yourself wanting another cat?
Yes.
Ooh.
It needs a buddy though. I say get one.
know, But
Do
I feel like
cats
he would
need
hate.
buddies?
I think so. I feel like a lot of people have more than one if they have one.
I think it
so-
gives them stimulation and stuff.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah, and then I
'Cause,
won't
like,
feel bad if I leave for a couple days. Because
Yeah.
then you
They
can
gotta-
leave a cat for like 2-3 days if they have food and water.
It's hard to get cats though to get along with each other though.
Yeah.
Dogs will be like, "Oh, you're another dog, dog,
Yeah.
and they might fuss every here and now and then. Cats are
are
like,
just sassy.
yeah. Like, who are you?
That's why I like cats too, because you never know what mood they're in. They're just funny. I'm like, why are you mad?
Yeah.
Like, you literally have everything you could ever want. Why are you pissed off? So
Have you bought
funny.
any like cat toys that like actually really work?
Yeah, I had this fish one. I put on my story and everyone thought it was a real fish, which was really funny. But it's actually a woman. She's a single mom and it was her small business, but she sells through Amazon. So I don't like know how that works. But it's a fish that has a little thing in it that makes the tail flop up and down.
Oh.
And it has catnip in it. And he was obsessed with it for, I mean, it was like a week and now he doesn't really care about it. But that was probably the biggest toy. He's been like,
Can you put new catnip inside the toy?
yeah, you can just unzip it and that's how you turn it on and off and stuff. That's really catnip. Yeah, it's
Whoa.
funny though. It looks like a real fish. It just walks around within his mouth.
I'm fascinated by the door ones that have like that you hang on the door and there's this string that like
Oh, I
goes
saw on
in
TikTok,
it and it
yeah.
will like come out and like pull itself back up.
I'm not
Yeah.
on cat toy TikTok yet.
Well, now
Not
you're
yet.
gonna be because we're talking about it.
Yeah, literally. I'll send you one and then it'll
Okay,
just be on your
okay.
For You page.
My skin feels so dry. I'm sunburnt
Oh,
from yesterday. Like, my
Yeah, we've
belly
been
and my legs.
marinating.
But it's only half of my legs because when I'm outside, I have my legs like propped open like a pretzel because I'm reading a book. So half of my legs are burnt and the other half is white.
we got to even you out today.
I know.
Yeah, you have to lay on your sides.
You burn though pretty easily.
Yeah, I've never been tan. Ever.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I'll get burnt and then it just goes away. I feel like normally you get burnt and it turns into a tan, but that doesn't happen.
Do you peel?
Yeah, sometimes if it's bad enough. I got sun poisoning when I was really young.
Sun poisoning?
Yes.
What does that mean?
It's when you get so, I don't know if this is like 100% correct, but this is what I remember. My legs, I didn't put any sunscreen on my legs and we were at the ocean all day or whatever. And my legs literally were the color of my shirt. Like my entire legs were, and it hurt to pull my pants down to go to the bathroom. Everything hurt and I got the chills. Like, it was crazy. I didn't even know it was a thing.
Did you have to go to the hospital?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you're supposed to.
Did you have to take a vinegar bath?
I don't think I did anything. I think I just dealt with it.
I got sunburned on a trip one time, and it was a family trip. It wasn't with my family. It was with another family, with all their aunts and uncles and grandparents. I hardly knew
how
them.
embarrassing.
And I got sunburned so badly on my back the first day. And I'm like 7th grade, so I'm like the most awkward age ever.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even like wash myself, and the grandma had to give me like a vinegar bath. And I
so
just
nice of
felt
the
it was
grandma.
the lowest of my like adolescent days as a grandma, just with just smelly vinegar, apple cider
Oh,
vinegar.
Is that what you're supposed to do?
Apparently it helps the burn.
Skin cells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you smell like vinegar for
Yes.
days?
Oh my gosh, it was the worst, and I couldn't even like go out and really enjoy the sun because it was just going to get worse.
Yeah.
And even like going
God.
out into the ocean, it was miserable.
Oh yeah, because you burn easily too, but you get
but
tan.
then I get tan, so I
All right,
gotta
rub it in.
Yeah,
Yeah, the sun sucks.
yeah, just stay out of the sun. You need like one of those like really kind of like goth style like umbrellas. And,
Yeah, for my whole bod.
Mhm.
You had a stylist come and glam you up before the shoot today?
I did.
It looks
Yep.
great.
Yeah, your
Thank
makeup
you.
looks really good too, and the
Thank you.
jewelry.
Thank you.
I'm digging like the emeralds.
Thank you.
Are they real?
Yes.
How
I
much
don't
is a
know.
Cartier ring?
This one. Okay, so Erin and I bought it we hit 1 million subscribers, so it was like a
Treat yourself.
celebration. Never had really bought anything designer before. Mine I think was like 2,100, which is a lot for a ring. But I wear it every day, and it's symbolic. I don't know. I love it.
For when you got 1 million subscribers?
Yeah.
Wow.
And now you have 5 Cartier rings.
No, I actually only have one. This one's a Tiffany's ring, but it was for a brand deal. Like they sent it to me.
Oh,
so
okay.
Whoa.
the only designer I've ever bought is Cartier and a Prada bag, and that's it.
All right.
So
I bought Crocs.
What did you say? You
I
bought?
bought
You bought
Crocs.
Crocs.
Oh no, yeah, so did I. 'Cause I forgot
You
those are
really,
designer.
you are really proud about your Crocs.
I love them so
Did
much.
you just get them?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
They're so comfy.
It's unbelievable.
Do they have the fur on the inside?
No, I got like just the rubber ones for the summertime.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like my indoor home jersey Crocs.
Furry Crocs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like the wintertime, it's like
They're great.
like Ugg boots on the inside.
Oh, some frocks.
Hope you're enjoying this episode of Hoot and a Half with Carly and Incontro. We'll be right back after a quick word from today's sponsor.
So, Mike, you've been seeing this new girl lately, and I gotta say, she is such a catch. But you know, there's one thing I hate.
What?
Is when there's a catch in a wireless phone plan contract.
Oh my God, nice segue. Nice segue, Matt.
But there's a truth to that. With a lot of these big wireless providers that offer all of these different plans, there's always a catch. And when I heard about Mint Mobile and how they were offering a plan for just $15 a month, the first thing I thought was, what's the catch? But after speaking with them and learning about their service, I realized there isn't a catch at all.
Did it all just make sense?
It made complete sense. Mint Mobile's secret sauce is that they're the first company to sell a wireless plan online only. By cutting out retail stores, there's none of these crazy overhead costs that get passed down to you in like these mystery fees. Instead, Mint passes on sweet savings directly to you.
So for people who are looking for extra savings, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless service for just $15 a month. So all plans come with unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network.
And what's also great about Mint Mobile, you get to keep your phone number. You get to keep all of your contacts. Nothing is going to be taken away. You get to keep it all together when you switch over to Mint Mobile.
And if you're not 100% satisfied, Mint Mobile has you covered with their 7-day money-back guarantee. There's nothing to lose.
So switch to Mint Mobile and you get premium wireless service for just $15 a month. So if you want to get a wireless plan for just $15 a month and ship to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/hoot. Once again, that's mintmobile.com/hoot to get a wireless plan for $15 a month and have that whole plan delivered to your door for free.
Cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month. Go to mintmobile.com/hoot. And now back to the episode. Have you, now that you've been filming with Erin in person, are you ever like, I wish we could just do this over Zoom? Like, are you just
no,
like,
oh my God, no. That was the worst. 'Cause
Really?
we filmed for pretty much a year, just
Yeah.
like separately. And it was just hard because it wasn't hard to do it. It was just hard to think of stuff that people wanted to watch that wasn't redundant. And it was also so hard to come up with things because you're not exposed to anything. You're doing the same thing every single day. So it's just like the motivation is just really low.
Also, I'm really curious on like how you guys did it. I know that you were actually filming yourselves individually on your own cameras, but were you guys FaceTiming or Zooming?
Yeah, we'd FaceTime.
Yeah.
FaceTime like on our phones or something with headphones so
Okay.
the camera doesn't pick up the audio.
Right.
And we'd have to say, okay, start. And we'd both start. And then she would send me the footage. And then on Final Cut, I can put it side by side.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
I mean, it's honestly crazy how like your production value is better than late night shows where you can hear like the Skype audio and they're like cutting out. And
I
it's
don't
like,
understand. I'm like, why don't you do it? I mean, I'm not smart at all. And I'm like, how are they not thinking of
it's
doing
unbelievable. Like you watch a Carly and Erin video and the production value is so much better than like Jimmy Fallon talking to Adam Sandler. And it's like
They still have like the
a
delays
screen
and
recording.
everything.
Yeah,
bizarre.
it's like you hear the room echo, but
that? Yeah.
And then even some comedians' podcasts I've
I was gonna
listened
say
to.
that.
And I know that the other person on the other end they're interviewing has the
A
mic
podcast
set up.
up, yeah.
And, like, a
why
production
can't they just
team.
record?
That's
like,
what I don't get.
or you have enough money to like, send over the proper equipment and like an intern who could just set it up and record it
Yeah.
and make sure it's good. But they just don't do it. They're just, I think
I
they're just
know.
very like Gen X and like,
I
record. Who
guess.
cares?
But they have a whole production team. I'm like, how are they not setting this up? It's not hard to do at
Yeah.
all. It's just you have to figure out the right way to do it, and then you're good.
Did you have any disasters where you did film and like nothing was being recorded on the other end?
I don't think so, actually.
Well, that's good.
I think it happened in one video, one of Erin's clips, like a 30-minute clip. It
Oh.
was like corrupt or something, and we had to redo the whole video, but it wasn't. We weren't doing anything, so it was
Yeah,
like fine to
you're like-
redo. But
is there one that stands out of like your quarantine vlogs that you remember as like, okay, that was really cool. That was actually, I enjoyed that a lot.
no, not really. I mean, I'm actually really proud that we were able to do it. I mean, I think that it showed us that even if we're apart, we can still film if we have to. Because usually if one of us goes out of town, we're like pre-filming 10 videos or something. And now it's like, okay, if we have to do one or two, we can apart. But
I know I was
don't
so
know.
impressed you guys like kept your spirit and your
Oh,
morale
thank
of
you.
like
It's
making
hard.
content. Like out here we were just like, no. Everything is boring, nothing is
I know.
entertaining.
well, I feel like for us, it was like the only thing we were doing. So it was like, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it was hard though, because and our views went down, obviously, just because we weren't together and probably like around friends. So it just kind of like a lot of it was unmotivating, but it was nice. As soon as I would upload it, I'd be like, okay, I'm glad we did that. But
Good.
and I'm grateful we were still able to do it,
Yeah.
obviously, because we still got to work. But yeah, it was definitely different. It was just so bizarre.
You guys did some fun stuff lately. You went to a chiropractor.
Yeah.
You've gone to a chiropractor multiple times
Yeah,
now.
we started going in February before the pandemic. So we went for like a month, and then we stopped going during the pandemic, and then we
and you
went
found
back.
relief from the chiropractor.
Yeah, I mean, not like anything immediate, but I have really bad scoliosis, so I kind of have to go, I feel like. So does
yeah.
Erin, but yeah.
I think I actually do have slight scoliosis as well.
think
Nothing to where I
everybody
don't think
does.
I'm off tilt, but I can I have like a hunchback. Like
It's
Well,
like,
don't
this
accentuate it.
side, I can like bring it out. But I have and I'm bringing this up because like I don't, you and me, we have like kind of weird irrational fears and like anxieties about stuff. I have a huge fear about chiropractors.
Yeah. That's fair.
I saw a TikTok one time that made me never want to see one ever in my life because someone said they went to a chiropractor to got things adjusted and it messed up a nerve and they've had like
I know
pain ever since.
I know. I don't know.
You don't know?
I mean, I've seen stuff like that or horror stories, but I don't know. I've been going. I went since high school in Nebraska, so I'm so used to it. I feel like I don't really think about it. But he's really good though. He does like you work out before, do core workouts because that supports your back. So it's a lot of muscle stuff, and then it's weird. They find things that are bothering you. Like he'll do a little test. I'll have to resist his push with my arm, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And if it's not resisting, if I don't have enough muscles working or something, he finds it on your back and he'll like work on it for a couple minutes and it hurts. You can tell there's a knot there or something. And then he'll do it again and then it kind of gets the muscles firing again. And then they crack you and then you sit on this spine thing. I don't even know what it is. It looks like Saw. You sit on this chair and it's all these like things that are pushing your neck back and your back forward and your face is strapped in. It's crazy.
And you can hear it crack.
Well, that's
like,
not the cracking.
Okay.
They crack you on a table and do all that. And then they put you on this spine thing. It basically puts your spine in perfect alignment. And I guess after you get cracked and stuff, you're more susceptible to change your move. I don't know. So we do that for 15 minutes. And then I guess over time it's supposed to help, but who knows?
We should check this out.
You should go.
I have Fadi come. I like him a lot. That's the guy that Zane and Todd use.
Oh, you have one?
Yeah, he like comes to the house, and I don't think he's a chiropractor. I think he's like
A deep tissue masseuse.
Yeah, but he like so his
That
thing is
yeah.
he went on tour with like female artists, and like when you're sleeping on the bus and dancing on stage every night, your back gets messed up. So that's like where he got his chops, and now he's always just like, I can tell if someone's a good person by their back, and you are a good boy. And I'm just like, oh my god, Fadi, that's so nice.
So
And
sweet.
but he also does that thing where like he'll like move your arm somewhere, and then he'll say, okay, this should be falling, but it's stuck, and he says, I'm going to hurt you, but it's for love. And I'm like, okay, I trust you. And it's like you're screaming. I'm sure you hear Zane when he's in here getting.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh.
It's because they're digging into you, right?
Yeah, it's like things that you don't even realize are in pain, but when you start to touch them, it's like, okay, now I can stand up straight, and you feel so much better. You got to take care of your body. It's really good.
I know. It's crazy.
You've been getting Mike into the jump roping craze.
Oh yes,
You're welcome.
You are
doing
officially a fitness influencer.
It sucks because I've stopped for a while because the construction. I don't like to do it inside.
Because it's just so embarrassing while the construction workers are
well,
working.
we're not allowed to be back there. I mean, it's like there's like construction machinery back there. It's like a whole thing. Because I thought that too. I was like, I can just do while they're back there, but no, there's no way.
Just come over to one of our houses and jump up.
I know, I should. I don't know what it is.
I'll do it with you.
I think it's a good little break too, but I'll get back to it. We can do it together.
What made you start it?
Nolan bought I had a jump rope actually just laying around. He just started jumping and I was at the point where I was like, I just need to do something. I just feel disgusting. And so I just jump rope for probably 5 minutes. I was like, this is so hard. But then I got one that counted because, I saw a YouTube trend and it was 1,000 jump ropes a day, but every day you add 100 for a week or something. So it's like, 1,100, 1,200, 1,300 every day. And so I just started doing that. And then I found it to be kind of easy after a certain amount. So I got up to like 2,500 or 3,000 a day. And it was just like, I love it. I haven't done it in a while.
How many have you been doing,
My
Mike?
first day, I did like 250, and I was like, I'm gonna die tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean that was like my first day too.
I felt it for the rest of the day, and it's just like when you're not used to doing cardio and your legs, I'm just so out of shape. But you see Carly doing it every day, and it's not like, if Carly can do it, I can do it. But it's she's doing it, I should be doing it too. Like we should all be. Matt's always going to the gym every single day, whether it's Scott's gym or now he's doing the
Tonal.
stuff
the Tonal thing. Yeah,
Joe has a Tonal. I love it. You would love one too.
I think I would.
Get
I should
one.
try it. Get one.
Get one. I want to put one here, but we have no area where we can put it. You need like a 7x7 like
What about the
wall
garage?
and area on the floor.
It's too hot.
Zane's Lamborghini's in there.
Oh, stupid Lamborghini.
Yeah, I know. Just
how dare him
takes
put
up
it in his
so
own
much
house.
space.
So
I know.
annoying. He should move it really.
Or
for
Mike,
you.
I'm thinking about putting one in your house.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
I got some room.
I always forget you have a house.
I
with
know.
a pool.
You got to
and
come by and
everything.
like hang out.
I know.
Besides just like the poppin'.
Just sit by the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe today, tomorrow.
Yeah. Are you having pool people?
Every
over?
day. I have two friends from New York who are in town this week, so this week's been like a vacation for me too. So just every day,
Yeah.
just hanging out by
we
the
just
pool.
hang out, play music, and talk and chat.
Yeah.
We have a great group of friends. It's nothing but good times.
Okay, good. I know
As you can
it's hard
see
for me to
right now,
talk to
Zane's
people.
backyard looks like the freaking Amazon
Yeah, what is
or
happening?
the Great Plains of America.
It looks
There's
like
a
Fire
weed.
Festival.
There's a weed out there that it is as tall as me.
Really?
And oh yeah, back over by the cabanas. Can you see it?
It's
Yeah,
as
the
tall
thing that
as
looks
you?
like Fire Festival.
Yes.
Maybe you should get him a
because-
lawnmower for like, his birthday
Well,
or
he
something.
does. He has these
He should know
plans
over
next
birthday.
month to like build out a full deck and stuff, which I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah,
Um,
I feel you on that one.
but yeah, you have to now wear like you can't even wear shorts walking out in that.
Because you're just going through the
Yes.
marshland.
I have
Definitely not.
I have a murder mystery board game.
Oh, fun.
Here, we should play it sometime.
Yeah.
I think that would be
Just have,
really
like, a
fun.
little
Characters
drunken
and
night.
stuff. And,
Oh, the mystery solving thing.
well, I have a murder mystery one, but then I have a murder mystery party. It's like a dinner party. Like everyone has to show up as characters. I have one that's just a bunch of files, and you have to figure out the murder.
Oh, Erin, I did that for a video.
Oh,
the
really?
case files thing.
Yes.
I wonder if we got the same one.
Oh, maybe.
It's
I
really
think
fun.
you did. I remember seeing the thumbnail. I think it was the same one that you guys both had.
It's really fun. I mean, I won't give you any spoilers, but
Zane and I should do it, or we've been planning on doing that. We just haven't got around to it.
I've always said that you and Zane should do it for a video too.
Yeah.
I feel like
Is
you
it-
guys would be hilarious.
Do you think he could follow it?
Yes. I mean, I
Okay.
think he can follow. It's kind of hard though, but it's weird. There's also a website that correlates, so you can get hints and stuff from the website. And if you really don't know, they kind of tell you. And we had to use it
Interesting.
a couple times because we were like, "What?" But it's like an escape room, literally. So I feel like you guys would like it.
I've been trying to solve this disappearance that happened in my hometown.
Oh, an actual one?
Yes.
Oh, you think you can solve it?
I hope I can,
Matt, the
Carly.
FBI agent.
No,
Wait, what
well,
do you mean? Like,
So
what do you-
I was listening to a lot of murder podcasts lately, and it got me thinking about cold cases in my hometown. I'm not going to say exactly what case it is because I'm working on getting leads, but I don't want to make it seem like I have this ongoing investigation and rile up the family and
You could
bringing
be
attention
the
to it.
next serial podcast.
It could be. It could be. So these two girls went missing in my hometown in like 1988, and it is still an ongoing investigation. It has never been solved. Like one guy wrote a book about it. There's like a few articles on the internet, not a lot of stuff about it. It's not that big of a case.
And it hasn't been like reviewed by any TV shows or podcasts.
No,
Like it's,
it may have been like on highlights on like disappeared on, TLC.
but there
like,
hasn't been like a real investigation by
No.
any media into it.
But I've realized that a lot of people that I know in my hometown, their parents went to high school around that time. So I've been asking one of my like close moms who lives in our town, who knows all the other moms, to like start asking about it and like see if we have any new leads. And she's been bringing all this new information that I've never read about on the internet.
Oh, interesting.
So-
that's
And you
how
got a
you're
book.
going.
So yeah,
That's-
and I bought a book. So like yesterday I was by the pool and I've just been reading about this case, trying to think out all these different scenarios on how these girls disappeared. And it's so interesting reading about it in your hometown. I know all of the intersections in the neighborhoods and the
yeah.
shopping centers
Yeah.
of where it's all at. And it's
Cool.
interesting placing your head in the mind of a teenager in 1988.
Oh, right.
Like you didn't have
I
cell
don't know.
phones.
Yeah.
You didn't have like
They couldn't
the way
do the
you
little ping thingies.
Yes,
or
you just
anything.
met up in parking lots and talked with people and
Taco Bell
just
parking lot.
cruised.
Yep.
And so it's interesting.
So is that how you're going about trying to figure out?
I'm
I mean,
ab-
I was gonna ask you like, how are you going about it at
Well,
all?
right now I'm just doing my main research, but I'm about to hit a bulletin board and start drawing strings and
You're the
push
perfect
pins.
person to be doing this. That is hilarious.
That's-
I hope you solve it because
I-
that would probably make a lot of people feel
I hope I do
some
too. There's a
justice.
bunch of different conspiracies, and I just got to figure it out.
So is it two girls that disappeared at the same time?
Yeah,
Interesting. Do you think that they were together?
Yeah.
They were together?
yeah,
Oh my God. I want to know all about it now.
yeah. I don't want to talk too much about it because I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
want
yeah.
people. I don't know.
It's like out of
I think it's
respect,
ambiguous
too.
enough if someone figured it out, but I don't want to say their names
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
This episode of our podcast is also brought to you by Uncommon Goods. Uncommon Goods it's an online shop that has truly the most unique and unexpected gifts I have ever seen. And when I say unexpected, I mean truly original gifts that you wouldn't be able to find anywhere else. And with Mother's Day coming up on May 9th, don't forget, Uncommon Goods is a perfect place to find the gift that you've been looking for. And here are a few of our favorite gifts that we found on the site.
So I actually did the ordering, and I know you've looked at a couple things and told me some of your favorites. So what I ordered for us is there's this, I think it's called the Safari Peanut Bowl, and there's animals that are in the bowl, like sort of eating the food with you. So it's like a really cute thing. I think we'll probably put it on the set. And then the other thing that we're gonna get is It's a glass jar for putting jelly beans in.
Yes.
It looks like a plastic bag unzipped, but it's made out of glass, and it's just such a cool thing. Like when you see it, you're like, what is that? And then you go and lift it up, and it's like, oh, this is really, really
Yeah,
cool.
it looks like a plastic bag filled with jelly beans, but it's actually made out of glass. I spent so much time on this website looking at all the different gifts. Honestly, I got angry on how endlessly entertained I was because I wanted to buy everything on it. And what's great is when you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists, you're supporting small independent businesses. They're high quality, they're unique, and they're often handmade or made in the United States. And they don't sell products with leather, feathers, or fur. It's basically a Brooklyn-based company that's all about giving back.
And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give $1 back to a nonprofit organization of your choice. They've actually donated more than $2.5 million to date.
So if you want to get 15% off your next gift with Uncommon Goods, go to uncommongoods.com/hoot.
That's uncommongoods.com/hoot for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer.
Wait, can we talk about how people tried to like get mad at you because you tweeted about how driving with other people is embarrassing, but people thought you were...
Yeah.
Okay, explain it.
Well, first of all, I feel like my Twitter humor is dry and sarcastic, but I've changed it over time because I feel like people take it way too seriously now, which is fine, but I don't want people to think I'm a bad person, so I don't tweet like that. But yeah, I tweeted, I have really bad driving anxiety, and I realized the other day, because when I'm with people, I don't want to drive. I just hate it. I feel awkward. I'm like, I am aware of everything. I don't know if my music is good. I don't know where my arms go. But if I'm by myself, I'm good to go. I could drive for hours and be confident and fine. So I just tweeted, I was like, it's so embarrassing driving other people. How embarrassing is it? I thought it would be relatable in some way because I see that all the time. You know, how embarrassing is it to stand in line at a store? You know, just stupid stuff that you're not really aware of sometimes that some people are really insecure about. And yeah, I got a couple tweets. It made me delete it because I was like, I just don't even want this to be twisted in any way. But a couple people, somebody was like, okay, shout out to all the moms who drive their kids every day and nannies and Uber driver, Lyft drivers. I was like, oh my God, I did not mean that. I meant I genuinely feel embarrassed. Like, thank God for other people for driving. Yeah. But yeah, it was just so ridiculous.
But I totally see that, like, having, like, getting nervous and anxious when, like, other people are in your car.
Like, oh, there's garbage on the passenger front seat on the bottom.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're old.
Or, like, did I hit the brakes, like, a little too hard?
It's more of that stuff. Or, like, I feel like I messed up. I don't know, but if I'm by myself, I'm totally fine.
Is the temperature okay? Is the volume too loud? You want the windows down? Am I going too fast? Should I be in the other lane?
Sometimes I think I'm a better driver, though, when there's a bunch of people in the car because I'm, like, really fully aware and I'm going to go at a proper speed. Not saying I'm speeding normally, like, by
but
myself.
Sometimes you just don't really think about it.
Yeah, I'm always like just worried about the song that's gonna play next. Like I'm like, which playlist should I put on? Because I listen to a lot of weird music, and people are like, "What the hell is this?"
I think the move is you give your passengers the aux, and you just say, "Why don't you decide what we're gonna listen to?"
Yeah,
and then you just focus on the drive, and then you're cruising.
But then sometimes I'm like, it's my car, my tunes. Like I want to play kind of what I want to listen to.
Fair, that's fair.
One thing that I hate doing is parking while other people are watching.
Oh,
like you know when a friend's like, "Hey, yeah, I'll come out and I'll show you where to park." And then you have to like parallel park and they're sitting there going, "Okay, you're good. And you're like, "I'm so sorry."
No, and then you're worse at it for some reason, unless you were by yourself.
One time I was in college and I had to go and park on like this one side of campus where like all the students and everybody would party. It's like West Campus at UT. And it took me forever to parallel park. But I was like by myself and I'm just like, come on, I need to get this right. I probably spent 10 minutes trying to parallel park. And then I got out. I heard all these people clapping. I look up and just like all these frat dudes like, "Good job, man. Only took you 10 minutes to do that." And I'm like, "Oh no."
That is real trauma.
I couldn't even think of anything clever to say to them. I was just like, "All right," and like kept walking.
Sad. That's the worst.
The worst.
When I was in high school, I would drive my friend all the time, and I don't remember what it was, but he was like, "You know, you can." Like swinging into parking spots, he's like, you can come in way wider. I think I would be scared, so I would twist my wheel too tight and I'd have to keep fixing it. And he's like, you can spin way wider and still make the parking. And I was like, okay. So the next day I drove at school, at my high school, and I was like, I can do it wider. And I hit the car next to me and I felt so bad. And I left a little note and I realized he was in my first period. I didn't know whose car it was. And somehow I figured out it was a guy in first period. I didn't hit it, like nothing happened. I just dinged it a little bit and I felt like my world was ending because didn't experience that before.
What did your note say? My bad.
Yeah, no, it was probably like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, if I can do anything, like, I will. I don't know. That's how I talk, and I'm scared of everybody. But yeah, I remember he had flames on the side of this car. So I was like, oh, this person's going to be so mean to me. But he wasn't. He was nice.
We would go down to South Padre Island for spring break, and there was terrible parking out there. Like, you couldn't find anywhere to park, or you had to pay a fortune just to get your car parked. We decided to park behind like stores and act like we were employees, and we put a note out that said, "Stop towing employees. This has happened 3 times. Please don't do it." So
really
if
smart.
somebody came to tow the car, they'd be like, "Oh my God, this is an employee who works here."
Oh, that is so smart.
It's kind of nice to have a really cold pool.
I don't like swimming at people's houses. It's too dramatic.
What do you mean?
Because I don't know. And then I have to bring clothes and underwear because your swimsuit's wet.
Yeah.
And I'm just insecure in a weird way. Not like with my body, but I'm just like, I would rather just like hang out.
Did you used to like swimming in pools when you were like a kid?
I feel like I didn't really know anyone that had a pool when I was a kid. I don't think I minded it. I think I was scared of swimming actually.
Oh, I love just diving for rings and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I
yeah.
had that.
I know. Well,
like,
we could go get some.
I know, but I'm like, I feel like I'm so tall now.
It
Like,
just doesn't
I just
matter.
like right when I dive in, it's just the ring is there. Like,
Yeah.
my body
pool-
is like
My
so...
pool's like I think 12 feet deep because it was built before the regulations.
Your pool is not 12
It's
feet.
it's 10 or 12 feet. Have you been to the
10
bottom?
feet?
Yeah, because it was built in the 60s, so it was before the regulations where it was 8 feet minimum.
Ew.
So you can go all the way. When I go down, I like feel the pressure in my ears.
Ew.
No,
Hate
it's
it.
great.
I know. I just hate.
We'll get you some rings. You can dive in and get some rings.
We were learning about like I googled like hacks to keep your pool
my God.
warm.
Oh, yeah.
Like instead of like paying
heater.
all the time, because it costs like $100 and it takes
Yeah.
every hour is like 1 degree it goes up. So
Oh.
To heat your pool. So if your pool's at like
Give me a
75,
break.
it's-
Yeah.
yeah.
there was one someone posted on Reddit that actually if you cut out like trash bags, like
Oh,
bunch
yeah.
of huge
My parents
tarps,
do something like that.
Black trash bags.
yeah, huge,
Yeah.
and you let them out, it kind of like insulates the heat in the
Uh-huh.
pool. But it was so funny. I love comments on Reddit. One
Yeah.
of the top ones was like, "Wow, it looks just like the ocean."
And then another one says, "Do you do the garbage bags full or empty?"
Oh, that's so
Someone's like, "Yeah, why don't you toss a couple of tires in there while you're at it?" Like,
just disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents have it's almost bubble wrap. I don't know what it is, but it looks like bubble wrap, but it's for the pool. And they heat their pool, but they also do that at
Cover
night.
it overnight.
And
This
then
is
it's
in
like
Vegas?
bathwater. Yeah.
but Vegas, I feel like the sun is so hot.
I mean,
and
you
it
would
gets
think,
exposed.
but the pool's cold in the morning and
Yeah.
stuff. But I have a hard time with water. I don't know what it is. Like thinking about water tanks.
Uh-huh.
Is that what they're called? Water towers.
Okay.
Is
Oh,
like
yes.
absolutely disgusting. I think the first time I knew I was scared of, I don't know what, I don't mind pools or just water in general, but thinking of like, you know, those power plants that are water, I don't know what they're called.
Oh, like the water filtration systems where like the water all
Water
goes through.
treatment
Like,
centers?
Yeah, you drive by them and it's like these massive kind of pools. It looks like
I-
they're like holding a whale back there.
It's disgusting. It's like 100 feet deep or something. I don't know. I can't
Wait,
even.
you're disgusted
I'm
by it?
disgusted by it.
Not like scared
Carly's
or
sense of disgust is like a very like strange sense of disgust, but I totally get it. You're just like, it's too
It is horrifying.
weird,
to me.
dark, and complex where
What?
it's to a point of just ugh.
I just hate how deep it is, and it's fenced in. It's just. I also hate what I think is behind aquariums, like all the tubes and tanks.
It's
disgusting
bizarre.
to me.
We went to the Monterey Beach Aquarium one time and got a. Oh, you
that
were
was
there.
my brother. It was my brother.
That was weird. And seeing
You got
like
to see back behind.
go back and see behind it, and they run a great facility. Like there wasn't anything I thought was just like
It's
ethically bizarre, but like they had the area where they're like harvesting all the jellyfish, and like the jellyfishes that are like all tangled up and stuff because
Aw.
jellyfish is like tentacles
Yeah.
all wrap around, but they have to like put them in a thing. It's normal that happens with
Yeah,
jellyfish all the time, but they're like. It was just gross looking at like I don't know different
hate it.
animals, but like that aren't shown to the public eye.
Yeah,
they
it's like,
weren't
I'm not supposed to see
dangerous,
this.
but just like
I like
ugh.
to pull this thread a little more, Carly. What
Okay.
else disgusts you that
I mean, it's mostly those things. That's really the only thing I can think of that sticks out. I
Like
mean,
deep
and like
water?
the deep ocean where it's
Oh,
dark.
yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's pretty common.
are you good with car washes? Like if you drive
But
through
yeah,
a
I
car
don't
wash?
care about that.
Why do people get scared about car washes?
I don't like that. I would
get
I would
it.
never want to go through the car wash where you're in the car. I've never done that.
'Cause you're
you can like
enclosed
you can
and-
like send your car in, but I don't want to be in the car while all that like stuff is happening all around you. Like, because what if it gets stuck? You can't like honk your horn. Like it's all so
It's so
loud.
small though. They'd know.
Would they?
Yes, if you're stuck, they would realize within probably 10
But
minutes.
what if like the garage doors just closed down and like you need to wait for the fire department to come and you're
Okay,
just
I
stuck
have
in
never
there?
thought about that. Oh my God, wait, I have to bring this up. I saw
Okay.
TikTok the other day, and the title was I was literally in the Tower of Terror, and there were these two people. It was a mom and a daughter, and the daughter was probably around our age, and I think they were in a elevator in Vegas, and it literally was on the 35th floor, and it like dropped to the 5th floor, and then went back up to
Free
like,
fall?
In
I'm
a
not
regular
sure.
elevator?
Yes, and they were the TikTok was them inside the elevator, and the girl was like laughing but also kind of crying, and she was on the ground as if she kind of fell, and they're like pushing the button to get out, and they finally got out, and I guess the guy next to them in the next elevator came out, and he's like, what? My elevator just dropped and went. His did the same thing. So I don't know, and they said it was just a freak thing that I think there was like some tiny power outage that happened and it did that. But that's my biggest fear because I've been on the Tower of Terror and I'm just like, could you imagine this happening in real life?
Hell no.
I can't imagine it free fell. It probably fell
Just
quickly or
zoomed
something.
at like a very fast pace. I have this weird thing where like I'm not scared of being on planes at all.
I'm not either.
Compared to Zane. I mean, he's terrified.
Yeah.
But there's always a moment where I'm like, it's going down.
Oh yeah.
Like for like a quick thing, and I'm like,
if the turbulence
this is
really
it.
bad.
But at the moment it's for like 30 seconds. But I also have this thing where like I'm so scared the plane's gonna explode, but I'm like so convinced. Like, I don't know, something will happen like midair where like
it just goes.
we're all free falling.
Yeah.
I'm like so convinced that like but I'm gonna survive.
Oh,
I
okay.
have this weird narcissistic like survivor thing where like I'm like, well, something bad's gonna happen, but I know I'm gonna be fine. I mean, I would never do something where like I'm taking the parachute, see you later.
yeah.
But I know like if I was free falling from an airplane, I'd know where to go.
Maneuver
You'd wake
And,
up in the
like
wreckage.
Fortnite.
Find a really soft pond or like and just land perfectly.
A pond.
Yes.
Hate to break it to you. I think you would die if you fell into a pond.
Yeah, it
3,000
probably wouldn't
miles
work
an hour.
out. But I always think like I'm gonna get out of here some way or another.
Well, if that helps you through the nervousness of the plane exploding, then that's good.
And I always think though, like I'm gonna get appendicitis. Like today's
I
the
think
day.
about that too. Yeah, on a plane or just regular life.
Just regular.
Mhm.
I don't get why we remove our wisdom teeth
But not
as
the
a
appendix.
preventative thing for our dental health, to prevent like crowding and like further dental problems. But like our appendicitis, there's like what, like a 15% chance that it's gonna
Yeah.
burst, and it could happen randomly.
Yeah.
You think they should just take it out when you're born? Just yank it
and
out?
it takes less than what 15 or 20 minutes to remove it. Like, why can't we schedule? I'm getting my appendix removed today.
Oh, like wisdom teeth? That's not a bad idea.
And
Yeah.
because I don't want to be backpacking in Thailand whenever that's going to be.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Your
my
appendix.
appendix burst, or it's your wedding day, your appendix burst.
Oh,
Like,
so you just like
You're
have that as a
right.
fear in your mind?
I just don't want it happening on a day where it's like, damn it, this was a
Yeah.
really important
Yeah.
day.
Well,
Like,
I feel like is it invasive at all? Is it an invasive surgery? I mean, I would assume they're taking something out, but I always thought it was just like a tiny little hole. They just like
yeah, it's at the end of your like large.
Do they put you to
colon,
sleep?
Your large intestine. Sorry, your large colon.
they're huge colon.
Yeah, your large intestine.
I think
yeah,
you are
they
put to
sedate
sleep.
you.
It's
One
probably
time,
just a little invasive for them to just do it to everybody.
this is a true story though. One time, back in the day, like when there was like huge long ship expeditions, like probably in the 1800s or maybe 1700s, the only doctor who was on board of a ship got appendicitis. And he had to remove his own appendix, and he did.
What?
With like a mirror above his
A
like,
mirror
thing.
above it, drinking a lot of whiskey.
Yeah.
And they ask other medical professionals about this, like, how is this possible? A man was able to do it,
And not
or I
pass
think was
out.
he just like palming, like he
like did a magic trick?
palming like just pig intestines or something, being like, "Ooh, guys, look at me, I'm such a
Look at
badass."
Ew,
like,
it's
to get
so
in the
not
books.
sterile there too.
On a ship?
Yeah.
I mean, anyway, yeah.
I mean, he knew what he was doing, but apparently it is a true story of a guy who removed his own appendix.
When was it?
Like,
Last week.
I'm
Maybe.
guessing 17 or 1800s.
Okay, so they had sterile rooms and they had like
But it
doctors'
was on a ship.
offices. I know. I guess it depends.
I mean, he
I don't
had
know
all
anything
the
about ships,
supplies.
but-
He knew what he was doing, but still, they interview doctors to this day. Like, you have to go through so many like layers of tissue. Sorry, trigger warning if that's too gross
Yeah,
for
no.
people to listen to. But that fascinates me.
Do you believe in paranormal stuff?
Kind of. I've never experienced anything paranormal, but I believe. I'm just scared of it. I don't know if I believe it fully, but I'm scared of it.
Sometimes
Do
I
you-
forget to be scared.
What do you
Where,
mean?
like when I was a kid, I was so terrified of the dark and ghosts and like
yeah.
and just demons coming to get me. And now I'm like, I don't know, I'm so focused on something else. Like I come home and I'm just watching
Adulthood.
TikTok in like the dark and I'm not scared at all.
Yeah, I know
And
what
I
you
just
mean.
haven't had the need to be scared in a while.
That's
Because I
funny.
just kind of forget to think about being scared.
Yeah.
I think if I allowed myself to just soak in the moment.
You haven't like been in a basement, like a dark basement or like a weird attic in a long time.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
Like I saw a
either.
TikTok of someone going into their basement and it was just like creepy and I had like there's no basements in California, which is pretty interesting too. I think because of the earthquakes, but like growing up in New Jersey, like you go into someone's basement, it's like cold. The floor is made out of concrete.
Yeah.
You like step and like a plume of dust comes up and there's spiders everywhere and like basements
It's
are
the
like a
haunted
place.
house of
Yeah,
the
basements are
house.
like haunted houses, but you
Yeah.
don't see them out here. So I feel like it's
Yeah.
you don't think about it that much.
Or I'm always like surprised. I'm never worried if somebody's following me. Like I just don't think of
like
that.
stalker.
Yeah, like when you're just driving, you're ever like, is somebody following
Oh.
me? Like
I
don't really
always
think about that.
you don't think about it, but somebody totally could be following
Yeah.
you. I just never choose to think about
Yeah.
if someone's following me.
If someone was following me, I'd just be like, "What did I do?" I would feel like I did something wrong.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
always wondered though if you followed a cop, how long would they take to realize that you're following them?
I don't know.
It's probably definitely illegal to follow a police officer.
But how would they know? You just say, "Oh, I'm going to Taco Bell."
I'm going where you're going, sir.
I just want to see what you guys are up to for the day. 'Cause I
Yeah.
thought that would be so interesting to follow a cop all day to, just
Just see what they're
shadow them and see what they get into. But I feel like they would be like, stop following us.
Yeah.
But
Have you experienced anything paranormal?
no, nothing
Yeah.
that paranormal as well. I think certain spaces contain energy for sure.
Yeah.
Like when you walk into like a very old theater, you don't like feel
Yeah.
the presence of like, wow. Even when you go to like an old comedy club, like you
Yeah, the
feel the
Comedy
energy
Store
of
is
the
like
room,
that.
or you walk into a church.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something already there.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
there's a frequency in the room. So even though I feel like I have a thing with like spirits where I'm like, I see you, I hear you, I respect you.
Don't do anything to me.
And I hope you find a resolve for whatever reason you're haunting this place, but like we're good.
Yeah, that's fair. Leave me
Yeah.
alone. I respect you, but leave me alone.
Was there like a list of video ideas that you and Erin were going to do before quarantine that now you're like picking back up, or are you just sort of starting fresh with like, let's come up with new ideas now that we're together?
Yeah, I don't think there was anything really that we were planning on doing before, but oh my god,
Sorry, there's like
couch broke.
Here, slide this cushion back a little
There's
bit.
like a bit of like an air pocket. It's an old couch.
There we go.
But it was funny because when everything shut down, I think Erin was like, I feel like it's going to be bad for a minute, so maybe we should pre-film. We filmed like 3 videos thinking that would be good.
Yeah.
And then a year later, it's just like, God.
2
but
weeks to flatten the curve.
Yeah.
And then a year
a
later.
year.
Yeah.
But didn't the influenza in the 1900s, wasn't that like 2 years? It lasted 2 years or something?
I think it was like, yeah, because
was
they didn't have a
1918 to
vaccine,
1920.
so they had like
Yeah.
the second wave, and then it was like another year.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they somehow got out of it. But
It's so wild how bad it's getting in India right now.
yeah.
I know, it's crazy.
Mhm.
I wonder if, like, you think if there was no vaccines, we would have like another huge wave again?
Oh, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
And we
scary.
may have to continue to get vaccinated though after
Yeah.
it like wears off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But California now has the lowest positivity rate in the
Mhm.
country.
I know, it's crazy.
This summer is going to be so much fun.
And aren't we the most vaccinated?
Yes.
Or something?
Yes, we're crushing it.
That's nuts.
Did you pick up, besides jump roping, any new hobbies during the entire time of quarantine?
Honestly, not really. I feel like I didn't do anything. Streaming a little bit. I was streaming more for a while.
What were you
but,
playing?
Roller Coaster Tycoon. I was playing Animal Crossing.
You know,
But then
can I stop you right there?
yeah.
So a little bit of reference. Carly was actually the very first person we ever interviewed on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
You were like our...
Yes, I totally forgot about that. We released your episode after Josh Peck's, but you were the first person.
Yeah, it's fine. I get it. He's famous.
And that was when we were audio only. I was in my old apartment.
Uh-huh.
But you were talking about how you wanted to buy Roller Coaster Tycoon and start streaming.
Oh my God, look at me. I achieved my goal.
Yeah,
You did.
exactly. That was just like a flashback of like, wow,
Oh,
Carly
wow.
said I want to play Roller Coaster Tycoon and like start, but I don't know how to set it up. I don't know how the cameras
Yeah.
work. I don't even know if you can get a roller coaster. Can you buy Roller Coaster Tycoon?
Yeah.
And now a year later,
Is it on Steam?
Yeah.
And are you playing which version? The OG 2000s version?
I think I played. No, I was playing 2, which is my favorite one because
Okay.
it's still really stupid looking, but it's not. It's not horrible to look at, but it's still like there's no 3D. There's no you can ride the rides. It's just
Yeah.
the park. But I got over it kind of fast again. No,
do you guys
weapons.
have a lot of stuff that you're planning to do, or are you just taking it week by week?
Yeah, we're kind of taking it week by week, but we also have stuff like sort of planned.
Yeah.
it's better. I feel like it's better for us, especially right now, because it's still like not like some things are open, but it's like you're not supposed to do some stuff. I don't know. So we're kind of. It's nice to have a video surrounded by one subject instead of just like vlogging. I feel like we're just so used to like being around people and vlogging, and like it's so much easier with other people making jokes and we can go do stuff. So it's still like a little bit difficult, but it's so much better that we're doing it together.
Yeah, you'll totally take it gradually and keep getting your feet wet.
And you guys feel energized, like being together again?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's like I just can't believe we did that for a whole year.
Yeah.
I know. I have a surprise for you. It's like a gift.
Oh, okay.
It's under your chair.
Yeah, it's like Oprah. What is it? I'm scared.
It's nothing. I wouldn't scare you.
Can I try to reach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, be careful. No.
I can't get it. Is
Oh.
it Bop It?
Wait, no, I don't know. It's not a Bop It. As cool as it would be.
Mini brands.
I know, mini brands.
Can I open it?
Yes,
Yeah,
you
it's for
can.
you.
Totally.
What do I do with the mic?
Here, I'll hold it. For the people listening, I put a mini brands ball under Carly's
seat.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I know I had a bunch, and then I wanted to keep that one around for a rainy day, and then I realized you were pretty enthusiastic about mini brands. For the people who don't know what mini brands are, there are a ball filled with little prizes, and each one of them are a mini brand. Like it could be like a tiny thing of sunscreen. They're not real. Like a tiny thing of
You don't know what
spam.
they are, Mike?
I've never seen one, no.
Well, are you? So do you have a big collection of mini brands right now?
No, Nolan and I just each bought one time because I saw them on TikTok and I thought they were really cute. And I don't know what, we must have bought a specific one because they're all food or kitchen.
Oh yeah, you had like the golden one, or that was like
I
kind of
don't
like a
know.
new collection. This is like the OG mini brands. And shout out to Swoop, the toy store in Birmingham. My Patricia's aunt owns it. And so
Oh, wow.
she
Is that where
hooked
you
me up with some free mini
Oh,
brands.
wow.
Thank you, Aunt Leela.
Thank you, Aunt who?
Aunt Leela.
Thank you, Aunt Leela.
Okay.
All right.
Wow. Oh,
She's-
so it's like an
We should all
orange.
take
Yes.
a turn opening one.
Okay,
Oh,
we can
each
do that.
one is a different thing?
Yeah. It's
Wow.
very fun because they're like.
I don't know which
kitchen.
ones are the rare
this
ones.
one's done.
Oh,
Can I
it's
read
the
it?
it's the
like,
shelf.
They have one in each.
What is it?
It's
just like a little thing you put together in each
oh, it's a
one.
shopping cart.
Oh, that's the one I got
that's kind of
last time.
fun.
Okay,
And
I
it comes
get,
with
I
little
get another one.
instructions.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah,
you get a real
another
one.
Cute! A little moon pie.
Oh,
Wow.
moon pies.
You're doing like the makeup?
I'm trying to
And-
make
yeah.
it. This is my moon pie.
Awesome.
Wow.
Okay, me next.
Yeah, this is a very Matt King thing. I'm surprised you haven't already. Had
Well,
a bunch
I
of
do
these.
like them, but then sometimes like I can't figure out really where to put them, and I just start like
Yeah.
finding them everywhere. Ooh, I got Skintimate.
Shaving cream.
Oh, shaving
Oh
cream.
wait, that is so cute. I want that one. Can I have it?
Do you want to trade? Do you guys want to
She
trade?
can have
Yeah, we'll
all
trade.
of these.
Okay, yeah, we'll give them all to Carly.
Okay, Mike. Now
Okay,
it's your
here we
turn.
go.
It's like a little dreidel.
Oh my god,
That
that'd
would be
perfect.
amazing. Okay, here we go. This is my first moon. What is this called?
Mini brand.
Mini brand. My
We're about
first-
to say moon
is my
pies.
first
My
moon
first
pie.
moon pie.
Whoa, Bosco double dulce de caramel syrup.
Oh, cute.
Oh.
I like that it's in a
Oh,
little
let's
Yeah.
take it. Oh, look at that.
protector.
Is that a rare one? I feel like this is
Oh.
like opening up Pokemon cards
No,
in
it
front of your
kind of
parents on
is.
Christmas.
One more.
One
Oh.
more.
Carly gets the bonus round.
All right.
And you'll get to keep all of these, Carly.
my
You can
God,
make a
thank
little
you so
collection
much.
for yourself.
Yeah, there's a little pamphlet in each one, I think, that says like which one's rare. Wait, is this real? It's an actual
Airhead.
Whoa.
Wait,
no,
can I-
it's not real.
It has to
Feels
be.
real.
What do you
Let
mean it's
me-
not real?
Should I open it?
No,
No
I think
way.
it's
no,
real.
it's like a
It's
no. There's like a
styrofoam.
piece of yes,
Let me see.
styrofoam.
I want to open it to see what it
Oh
looks
yeah,
like. though.
that's probably not real. But oh, it's kosher.
I don't care. I'm eating it anyway.
Should we open it?
Yeah, just see what it is.
Is that bad?
What if that's like the rarest one? It's worth $8 million.
Bats fly out.
It's a piece of styrofoam.
Oh.
I mean, I figured that's what was
Yeah.
inside of it.
So is this like this company gets licensed from these brands to make
Oh, I don't
mini
know.
versions?
Yeah.
This
Isn't
is
it
like if you want to
cute?
play a prank on someone and make them think they've turned into a giant while they're sleeping. You just replace all like the stuff in their room with
Everything.
mini
Yes.
brand stuff, and they're just like, Am I 11 feet tall now? And they go into their kitchen and this is in there. That'd be a pretty good prank to pull on somebody.
That'd be everything in their house, furniture, everything.
yeah,
just
yeah.
mini.
You just everything. Do you guys wake up to alarms?
Yeah.
You set an alarm just every day?
9 a.m. every day.
No.
But on the weekends, it doesn't do it.
Okay.
But it kind of helps me like rise better. Like I'll continue
Yeah.
to sleep, but I'm
Right.
just like, okay,
You know what
day's-
time it is.
The
It's
day's
not like
starting.
noon or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I go to sleep to an alarm.
Which
What? All right, time to go to bed.
it's soothing, babe.
I hate waking up, like no matter what time it is.
Me
I
too.
really hate it.
Or you're not a morning person.
Like I say, I'm not. I mean, I wake up at like 9, 10, which I feel like isn't. I mean, it's not early, but.
But do you jump out of bed like with this personality of like, hello,
No.
good morning, world?
No, that's why I don't like scheduling things in the morning because I like to have time. I like to lay in bed for a while. I like to have coffee, maybe take a shower, chill, and then do things.
And then I hate when you're in bed, you check your phone and you look at people's Instagram stories and they've already been up for 2 hours,
yeah.
had coffee,
Always Todd is
worked
up
out.
at 6 in the morning. He's playing golf. He's running on the beach. Like,
Yes, it's just like I
doesn't
feel
bother me.
so guilty. But then Todd though like naps from like 3 to 4. Though.
Yes, true.
Like, he's an early riser, but he likes to have his midday siesta.
Like I remember when it was voting day, Todd picked me up to go vote, and like you want to get there early, so Todd came to my house at 8 a.m. and he was just blasting like techno music, had a coffee in his hand, and he was just like,
ready
"You ready
to
to
go."
fucking vote, baby?" And I'm just like, "Dude, it's 8 in the morning, please." He's just that guy wakes up and he's just ready to go.
Well, I also see random YouTubers or Mark Wahlberg who wakes up at 2:30 in
oh
the
my
morning. I'm
God.
like, okay,
There's
but
too
you go to
many
bed
things.
at 6 p.m. So like, don't even talk.
Yeah, chill out, Mark Wahlberg.
He definitely does way more than I will ever do, but
He's just like living on Hawaii time.
I
But
just-
in
When I wake up though, I have to like calculate the hours that I've slept and like, was that a healthy amount?
yeah, I do that too.
Like I have to be like, okay, you've been sleeping enough.
Yeah.
Like now it's good to rise because I'm always worried like that wasn't enough hours.
Yeah.
And then I hate continuing my day going, I needed that extra 2 hours.
Yeah.
But
Sleep kind of rules my life in a way where I'm like too annoying with it. I just like can't deal if I'm tired, I'm devastated. Like I can't. If I have a flight, I want to schedule at the perfect time. I don't like overnight flights.
yeah,
It's just
you shared
it's really
that TikTok
bad.
that like I related to a lot where it's like you go to bed and you're already tired, but you just love the free time that you have. And you know
Yes.
you need to be going to bed, but
Yeah.
you just love the free time that you get
Yes.
in
Yeah.
this
Yes.
moment of like you're being by yourself and you get to
Yeah.
kind of do what you want to do.
it's my favorite time right now is night. And I don't know, I'm like not anxious or anything. Usually during the day. I don't know what it is. I just have a lot of anxiety lately, but like all day I'm just on edge or something. But at night I feel totally fine.
Weird.
It's probably because everyone else is like going to bed. So I
Yeah.
feel like there's nothing that's gonna like happen or I don't know. It's
Yeah.
really interesting. But my mom, when I was in kindergarten, my mom put me in PM kindergarten. She was like not a morning person. It
What
was
does
like
that mean?
AM or PM. So you'd go from like 8 a.m. to noon or something, or you'd go noon to 3:30 or 4 or something like that.
oh,
It was split in half. So you could choose AM or PM.
Wait,
So
is
it's-
this sweet? Sorry, I didn't catch the first thing you said. What
Yeah.
are we talking about?
Kindergarten.
Yes, no, kindergarten for me as a kid
Was like that too?
was AM PM.
Yeah.
Like, and I brought that up to people the other day where I was like, "Oh, I went to only school for half the day in kindergarten." They were like, "What?"
Yeah.
And apparently, though, it was because the neighborhood was very booming and they didn't have enough space to allocate holding those amount of kids
Oh, maybe
and the
that's
school. But then eventually, as I don't know, the population moved out of the town and it's kind of regulated that now they have kids the full time. But
Okay.
it was like a big kind of controversial thing. Like,
Oh.
oh, you're sending your kid to rainwater. Are they going to get AM or PM? I was a
Oh.
PM kid.
Yeah. Same.
But my parents still had to go to work and they dropped me off at another lady's house. So I still
you
had to get up early.
Oh, rude.
Yeah, that wasn't fun.
Yeah, I always feel really guilty not being a morning person for some reason. But I'm just like, I like staying up late. I just love nighttime,
Yeah.
night owl stuff.
no one's bothering you. You get to do your own thing. It's
Yeah.
quiet. You're not. There's nothing you should be doing when it's like 11:30 p.m.
Yeah.
You're not. You don't feel like, oh, I should be doing something. But if you're up at 8 a.m., you're like, I should be doing. The second you wake up, you feel like you should be doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you wake up with this anxiety of like, well, I'm.
Work out.
Yeah.
Oh, working out. It's like the first thing my body's like going, let's
Want
go
to
do
do.
that again.
That's
And,
good, yeah.
Like, but after like, if I go like 3 weeks without working out, I don't want to go do it at all.
Yeah, it's
but
hard to
once
get
I
back into it.
feed it back, I'm like, I feel anxious not doing it.
Yeah.
I feel anxious when I don't do it.
Yeah. So like I should have done it.
I feel like we have a good amount, right?
Yeah, a lot.
filming a
Did you
lot.
have fun?
Yeah, I was nervous at. I don't know. I feel like I never have anything to talk about.
Oh no, you're
With you guys, it's good.
like a wellspring of jokes and
Oh, thank
stories
you.
and ideas and interesting
yeah, you give me
personality
confidence
traits.
all the time. I'm like so low confidence lately. I don't know why.
Still,
Still?
What do you mean still?
I think you're amazing, Carly.
yeah.
Thank you.
you're
I just feel like
phenomenal
everyone
woman.
hates me. I don't know what it is.
Nobody,
Like
Carly.
the internet and everybody. But I know nothing has happened to me that I should think that. I don't know. I'm just like scared of everything right now.
I mean, I'm the same way, but then
Yeah,
again, I
you
have
are the
like
same way.
nothing. But then I have nothing to hide. So
I know. I told my I was talking to my therapist and she was like, not to like make this seem dramatic. She's like, but you have no mean bone in your body.
yeah,
I was like, I know, but I feel like someone's mad at me or I'm doing
I know.
something
I'm
wrong.
always just waiting for the D-Day where just like
Yeah.
everyone's gonna be like, "We hate you."
I know, it's weird. I think it's also because I just haven't like been hanging out with people really for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
especially like around you guys or anything. So I don't think you guys hate me, but
No,
I think
we
like doing a
love you.
podcast, I'm like, I hope I don't come off any certain way. I'm just so paranoid now of like things I say online. I'm scared it's gonna be
Yeah,
like
that's normal. I
listen.
mean, you're not alone with that, but
Yeah.
we're in a safe space.
And you're a phenomenal
Yes.
woman, and we love you.
Thank you.
Do you have anything you want to plug?
No.
Your book?
Yeah, I wrote a book. It's called I Hate Water Tanks. Oh, and I think, sorry, not to go back to that. I think that's why the Cecil Hotel thing scarred me so bad was because it was in a water tank.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you like couldn't.
I had a fight. Matt was there. I had a full-fledged panic attack.
We thought, we went to the Cecil Hotel thinking it would be a fun day.
Like a
and then
video to
Carly was
shoot.
like, yeah, sure. And then we started getting there. Carly's like, no,
I
guys,
felt
no.
like I was not in my body. I mean, this was like 5 years ago or something, and we were hungover. I had coffee, so the anxiety was there.
Uh-huh.
And I remember going home and just laying in my bed, and I was like, I think like some spirit followed me. Like I was just scared.
I mean, no, it was sad. I totally get
I
it.
know, I was so freaked out.
Because at first I was like, no, Carly, you're fine. You're fine. And then I was like, oh, no, she's actually really freaked out.
But also,
Oh,
the
wow.
documentary made it seem so much more realistic of what happened. I think what we were told and we knew at the time, it was like way crazier and demonic than what
Yeah.
actually happened.
So do you think you could handle it now?
Maybe. Should we go now?
Let's
So
just
you
see
drive
how
back?
far you can get until you start freaking out, and we'll be like, okay.
Yeah. Well, I saw
Yeah.
Elton, TFIL actually went. They were like able to go inside and they went on the water tower and stuff, or the water tank and everything.
Maybe you can just like jump rope while you're there to keep you
Yeah,
busy.
no.
You just like jump rope across the street.
I get too scared. I'm like,
You-
no.
You can do a live stream on the roof of the Cecil Hotel. Just double your heart rate.
Yeah.
I'm
I
burning
did
so many more
6,000 jumps.
calories.
Yeah.
Oh, we should do it, but wear our like Apple Watches and have our heart rate monitors to see like who starts freaking out the most.
Yeah. Haunted things, not that it's haunted. Well, I think Cecil Hotel is probably haunted. It seems like it is. But I feel like haunted things freak me out really bad if I know it's supposed to be haunted. Then I'm scared.
Yeah. All right.
Well-
so thank you for coming by. Hopefully
Thank
we
you
can
for
continue
having
to
me.
hang out.
Yeah. Nope, that's it. See you.
Oh, we're gonna go see your house.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go do it.
And meet my cat.
Oh, you haven't met the cat yet?
No.
Oh
Never
wow.
have.
Actually, I need you to maybe feed him once or twice next week.
Okay, I'll be here.
If that's okay.
Why not me?
I mean, you can. He's just been doing it.
Oh.
So you can come too. I don't care.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Get close in here and yeah.
Should I be- I know. Like, no.
Okay, I think we're good.